Hello guys, this is Dr. Palaniappan Manickam. In this video, we have a very special guest. Her name is Zarna Garg. I'm a very big fan of her, huge fan of her. She does like stand-up comedy videos, adaptable, very relatable to Indian community especially. And I just love her work. And I thought I will bring her on the show and then we'll talk about our own fasting techniques, how to adopt this in our Indian community so that we can make a better and healthier life and make this world a better place to live.
Hi, namaste, Dr. Pal. First of all, you're not a big fan of me. I'm a bigger fan of you. I love everything you're doing. Your videos are amazing, especially through the pandemic and COVID. It was so fun to watch your point of view, real doctor. Because everybody had an opinion.
Right. Everybody
There
has
were so many opinions out there. Everybody had an opinion. But to have a real doctor, and thank you for wearing the lab coat because it was confusing for a while. And everybody just sat there with a mic as if they're world expert on viruses, immunology, everything. So it's really great the work that you did. I'm so honored to be on your show today, and I can't wait to find out more about like difficult diets, because the first thing I'm gonna do is put my mother-in-law on one.
on 24-hour fasting.
Doctor's orders. Did I say it? You said it.
So Zarna is a famous stand-up comedian. Focus. I think the major content is mother-in-law.
Well, what to do in our culture? She's the biggest villain.
Well,
In Marvel movies, they have the villain, we have our villains. That's what it is.
nice. So to our audience, please check out her channel in both YouTube, Instagram, and she's growing greatly. She recently had a picture with Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton that was amazing.
By the way, he had a big diet change, I think, in his life.
Is that right?
Bill Clinton, I think, if I'm not mistaken, had a heart attack and
Mm.
went vegan
Mm.
and changed his life. Like
Mm.
he looks like he's lost a lot of weight since he was in office.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, Zana, I'll tell you the two important secret recipes. If everybody follows this, I will not have any job.
Okay. So
Number one,
let's make you jobless. Let's do
let's
that.
make a job.
That's the goal today.
Number one, going back to Mother Nature, we're aligning our hormonal rhythm to the sunrise and sunset method.
Hmm.
I'll explain that a little bit more.
Right.
So, as soon as you wake up, the sun rises, right, in the morning, like around 7.
Right.
So,
Right.
all your eating hormones gets woken up. Like your insulin is like very active. And
Okay.
then it is very loyal. Have you seen this movie Bahubali?
Yes.
In that, there is a character called Katappa, and he's
Yeah.
very loyal to the queen. So similar to that, this insulin is very loyal to you,
Okay. Got it.
very loyal to you. And so whatever you eat doesn't matter. It will break down. It will break down, and then no matter nothing. But the problem is we don't give rest to that insulin. That's a problem. So
Hmm.
the insulin has to sleep, and the Mother Nature have designed us in such a way that the insulin goes to sleep when the sun sets down.
Oh, are you kidding me? It's actually designed that way, or you're just making this up now, Dr. Pal?
I had a call with my Mother Nature just this morning.
I knew it. I knew you were behind the whole thing. Because, it's ironic. The reason I'm asking is because it's ironic you're having this conversation with me. I'm a stand up comedian. My whole job is nighttime. I
Yes,
don't leave the house till 5 o'clock in the evening.
yes, yes.
So it's a particular challenge. I'm really interested to hear more.
Not only you, all creativity. People who are involved in creativity, and then nighttime shifts. People who are software engineers in India, working for Apple and all the big
Yes.
companies. They work a night shift all the time. So we are going against Mother Nature to take care of our interest, but that comes with a cost.
Big cost.
That comes with a big cost. That comes with a fee. So the reason that I adopted this was my personal experience as well. As we were talking, I lost
Uh,
significant amount of pounds, not in terms of money, but in terms of weight, in terms of weight as well. So then I realized that, okay, what I experience, I will share that to my patients as well. And I'm a gastroenterologist. I see patients with fatty liver, and all this fatty liver disappear in like 2-3 years.
no
And
way.
And the biggest advantage of this method is it is sustainable. It is lifelong. It is something that once you adopt this, it's very easy to adopt.
Okay.
Very easy to adopt.
Tell me.
So,
I mean, tell me. I'm really, and I know fatty liver too now comes up all the time with me, with my friends. It seems to be some sort of an epidemic, maybe, but I guess it's correlated to weight. As the weight goes up, you know what I mean? So
yes.
it's, I'm really interested to hear what you have to say. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. So these patients, what we did was, you know what, you can follow whatever diet you want, but just lose weight. But people
Right.
adopted keto, people adopted this, that, but it was not sustainable. Then I said, okay, then come to my method, right? So I said, okay, sunrise to sunset, it is 12 hours. Don't eat anything after sunset, just plain water.
Okay.
Okay. The first thing that is going to happen is you're going to feel hungry in the middle of the night.
Yes.
Okay. Because your body is going through a
Yes. Yes. And that's when the cake comes out.
when you are performing, right? And all
Yeah.
your stand-up comedy events are at the night.
Yes.
At the night. And initially, for the first 6 weeks, it is going to be so difficult that you need to exercise all your willpower, including your mother-in-law's willpower.
Okay. All right.
6 weeks.
Okay,
That's
so that is normal. Feeling that hunger pangs in the middle of the night, that is normal.
oh, your body doesn't want to go through the shock that you are trying to put it through.
Mm.
So that's the point. Your body doesn't want to change because your body is very comfortable. It's like Titanic ship going until it hits the iceberg.
Wow. Oh my God. Okay, I never thought about it that way, but that's helpful. That's very helpful.
So then, what happens is most of the time we get confused with hunger and thirst. The feeling, the discomfort, the hunger pain is not actually hunger pain.
Okay.
Your body doesn't need that much amount of calories at night to sustain your sleep.
Mm.
So most of the times I tell my patients that you just drink water, and then they end up drinking vodka.
That's my. See, I think I need to stop talking to you and talk to your patients. Put them on. let's let's exchange all the ways we can short circuit your system.
So 6 weeks, I guarantee you, you'll go to the bathroom frequently in the middle of the night. You will have
Yeah.
that hunger discomfort. Something happens in the 6 weeks period. There is a light bulb change in your body. Your
Okay.
body thinks that, okay, you know what, this guy is trying to put us in a normal rhythm. Let's just listen to him. But your body is so smart. In that 6 week, let's say there are like 1 or 2 cheat days, then your body is so smart. Then your 6 week starts again.
Again, oh, great, great. This
Six
this
weeks.
this body rhythm is being paid off by my mother-in-law for sure to just torture me. All of us, right? We because you know what everybody is thinking. That what if Diwali happens within those 6 weeks,
Yes, yes.
right?
And something or the other happens all the time.
All the time.
Navaratri, Vinayaka Chaturthi, Ganesh Chaturthi, Diwali, Pongal,
And now we're
everything.
in America, so Thanksgiving, Christmas, Rosh Hashanah, it's endless. Every day it's something.
So we are here in India, I mean here in US, all Indian communities celebrate both.
Of course. No, I celebrate everything. By both. Everything. If the Buddhists have something, I'm in. Lunar New Year, sign me up. Because all holidays lead to food. So we're there.
Later.
Right? Think about it. Like what holiday do you celebrate without a lot of food?
And then when I tell my patient, I have a lot of Indian patients, right? Because they want to lose weight.
Yeah.
The biggest reasoning is it's once in a while,
Mm.
right?
Oh.
So there's a famous South Indian dish called kolukattai.
Uh-huh.
It's been served in Ganesh Chaturthi.
Okay.
So that kolukattai is full of carbs and obviously more calories and everything, but it's so tasty, right?
Of
So I
course.
told them that, okay, you know what? That's okay. Once in a while, it's okay. So now, next is Navaratri.
Yeah.
Next is Navaratri. Then is Diwali in October. Then Thanksgiving in November.
it's not our fault. I mean, listen, we're just going by what the calendar says.
Where the calendar
And
says.
then Christmas is a whole week between Christmas and New Year. You can't, like, it's not 2 days, it's the whole week because the kids are home, the whole thing. Yeah, of
And
course.
January 14th, our Tamil Pongal function comes in.
21st is Makar Sankranti,
August.
kite flying. Kite flying somehow. See, kite flying, I think in the Guju states used to be like an active thing, like you ran with the kite. And then we somehow turned it into like a passive. You sit there, you just hold the kite and you eat.
There's no space to run.
There's no energy there.
No energy. Also.
Yeah.
So okay. So with this method, right? So this method
Yeah.
works. Sure, no question. I have proof. I
12
published.
hours. You're saying if we eat anything we want 12 hours a day and 12
Mhm,
hours we don't, it will
mhm.
work.
It will work, but it has to be before sunset.
Sunset. Got it.
So let's say that New York, say, it doesn't matter because of time zone. You just choose the time. Let's say 7 p.m. Or I think practically speaking, 8 p.m. is very doable.
Mm.
So you
Yeah.
start from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and then that's it. You start a lifestyle habit for 6 weeks, but every patient is different. It's not like one size fits all. Sometimes patients get to notice the results right away. Sometimes even more than 3-4 months, based on how much damage that we have done to our body in the past. It's directly proportional.
Oh, a
Then
lot. A lot.
a lot, a
A
lot.
lot. But can I pause you for a second because you just said something that I think affects the emotional aspect of this based on how much damage you've done to your body in the past. So I know I feel it, and I know that if I feel it, others probably feel it. Is there physiologically, medically a state where it just can't be reversed? Don't bother. Do you have any patients that you say, you know what, you're at the point of no return? Don't even bother.
Yeah, it's. I'll tell you a story. Okay, so this 55-year-old, I saw an Indian CEO over here in Bay
Okay.
Area.
Uh-huh.
CEO or CFO something, but he's in a very high up over
He has money. Okay, I like that.
there. He has money.
Yeah, I like that.
He has money, but he has no liver. He has
Wow.
no liver. So liver is completely shut down. We call
Where
it
did
as
his
cirrhosis.
liver go?
All scar tissue because of the fat deposited in the liver. It started as fatty liver 15 years ago.
Oh, wow.
So he was 40 at that time, and then he was diagnosed with fatty liver because of his busy lifestyle, and he didn't take good care of his health, and he the fatty liver. So I always say that your liver is not like your mother that will put up with all your atrocities. Liver
Hmm.
is like your lover; it will break up.
I knew that liver was going to turn on us.
Turn on. But the interesting thing, I'm hoping that audience will take care. This most important point is it is a silent progression. You will not notice any kind of symptoms at all
Ooh.
until you go to the blood work, and then your liver enzymes are very high. So what happened with this patient was slowly progressing, and the liver was like completely shut down after 15 years. And then the only treatment for this is liver transplantation. We need to take his liver out and then put a new liver in. So that is the point of no return, right? That is the point of no return. I know it sounds scary, but that happens only in few percentage of patients where they don't even take any measures at all. But before that, even like 99% damage of the liver is completely reversible.
It's completely reversible.
It's completely reversible. That's the beauty of liver.
That's an incredible piece of information. Like,
Ah, ah.
literally, because I think a lot of people, including myself, struggle with the hopelessness. If you're
Mm.
feeling, if you're feeling that you're defeated, you're not going to put in the effort.
No, no, no,
So
absolutely not.
it is reversible that if you lose the weight somehow, let's say not your plan, however plan, whatever
Yes,
plan it
yes,
takes to
exactly.
lose the
Yeah, yeah.
weight,
Doesn't matter. Yes. Mm, mm.
that your liver will regenerate, rehabilitate itself into a healthier state.
Absolutely. It's like the Thanos fingers. It'll come back.
Wow.
It will come back
That's
in healthiest
amazing.
state, exactly. But it takes time. Takes time. So let's say that from 0 to 75% damage took like 5 to 10 years. From
Hmm.
75 going back to zero will take 5 to 10 years as well.
Okay. But it will gradually, you can see like a gradual progression, a
Hundred
gradual
percent.
improvement.
Hundred
Okay.
percent. And not even a single patient, I can write it down for you. Not even a single patient who's motivated to lose weight in some way, the liver will definitely reciprocate in the same way.
But I love that. That it really is like your lover. So
Exactly. It
if
makes
you if you give it love, it will love you back,
love
is
you
how
back.
I'm reading it. So now,
Exactly.
because the liver, and we've always heard, at least my whole life I heard, that the liver damage was also correlated to alcohol and alcohol consumption. Does that affect things? Like, let's say I have a lot of friends now my age, our age people, we're not drinking anymore, or we're not drinking 2 days a week. Does that help in addition to the weight loss aspect? Does the alcohol have a specific effect on the liver?
So before Zarna, the number one reason for liver transplantation was alcohol use.
Okay.
But now the number one reason is obesity. And not even obesity. It's not even like it's. I'm really concerned that this is going to be a big pandemic for Indian population 10 years from now because we are at increased risk of fatty liver because of belly fat. You see us, for example, when I was obese like 5 years ago, I was not obese like an American obese. It's not like an
Yeah.
overall obese. It's only on my belly.
Right. Right. I'm
So if
same.
I,
I have it right now.
ah,
Absolutely.
so if I have a T-shirt, it'll be like a car, Tesla car.
Yeah.
It'll be this.
Yeah. Tesla. I like that. At least you chose a good car. At least you chose a good car.
so the more the basically our belly is saying that, hey, no, I don't have enough room to store fat, so I'm storing it on your liver. If you have belly fat that is visible, you don't need any investigations. Don't spend money on your ultrasound, CT scans to know whether you have fatty liver or not. I can guarantee you that you have fatty liver. But the good news is, once I reduce my belly fat, my fatty liver gone away. I'm a living
Wow.
example.
So now, Dr. Pal, since you address like people who work in call centers, people who work in India, somebody like me who has a really night-based lifestyle, which I think is not that unusual anymore. People
Not
have
that I'm.
all kinds of weird lifestyles, right? It's just that we're not even aligned with the rhythm of the day. We're not aligned with the day and night cycle. So I understand that you should stop eating by 8 p.m. anyway. It feels like eating at night is wrong. It feels wrong, but it tastes so good. Tastes so good. Somehow the same food at night tastes so much better. But it's a
because
sad
because you
state
work
of the
for it.
union. Yes. And you know what? It feels like a stress relief. You have the whole day, and at night nobody is bothering you. It feels like your secret guilty pleasure.
Right,
You
absolutely.
buy yourself, you eat what you want, you're not being judged. So what can we do? I'm trying to think, like, what can we do to align with this day to nighttime cycle? And
Um,
question two is, you really mean eat whatever you want in those 12 hours?
yeah, I really mean that. I really mean that. If you eat healthy, the outcome is pretty fast. But if you don't eat healthy, let's say you eat biryani 3 times a day, the effect will be still there, but it's going to take some time, like 6 months, 7 months. But
Okay.
let's say you eat broccoli 3 times a day, the effect will be in 2 weeks.
No
But all
way.
I tell my patients is that, don't eat broccoli for 2 weeks because it is not sustainable. You need to
Hmm.
figure out a way that is sustainable. You need to enjoy the journey. They keep saying that, enjoy the journey before you reach the destination. You feel like you'll never reach the destination.
You can't say enjoy the journey to an Indian. We don't enjoy anything except food. When was the last time we went somewhere and it was, oh, it was so fun bicycling? We don't live that life,
Nothing.
right?
We always go to the place at the last minute, biking
Yeah,
so hard.
exactly. But your point is noted, that find a way to sustain this
Sustain.
And 12 hours a day. So what are the foods that you eat? What do you depend on? What's your
Okay,
diet?
so the whenever I eat, I'm not very like the whole food, eat broccoli. Not I'm not that kind of person. Okay, I know that that is not sustainable for my lifestyle.
Okay.
Um, but I make a point that okay, if I have a heavy meal like biryani, I love biryani. I will make sure that I eat at lunch and not at dinner because insulin is very active. It's like a maniac at 3 p.m. And let's say they serve you a biryani that you cannot afford, I mean, you cannot reject. That I pack it and then I eat it in the next day. And in
Wow.
America, we always have microwave all the time, everywhere.
So you really are that disciplined. Let's say you go out for dinner and you might say, I will take this to go for tomorrow.
It was very difficult initially. People judge me like crazy.
Yeah, of course.
They were like, nothing is happening in you. You are obese anyways. So why are you doing all this? Just
See,
enjoy your
this is why it was helpful that you were a stand-up comedian once.
right.
You become immune to everybody's opinions. You're like, I don't care what you have to say.
Exactly.
Right.
So then they started noticing difference. Now, if I go to a potluck, I go to a get together, they have a separate dinner plate for me at 7 p.m.
Wow.
And then they all eat later. All the other people eat later. In India, they used to treat the pet dog first and then they have the dinner. They are treating me like that in the day.
Listen, you've made it when you're being treated like a dog in America.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
that is the highest form of living. They get to stay home, they get to relax, somebody cleans their ass. It doesn't get it doesn't get any better. A lot of them don't even walk now. There's doggy strollers.
Doggy style. But now it's okay. So I know that I reached that destination when I eat biryani now at 10 p.m. My
Yeah.
body will not allow me to sleep. It'll make me throw up.
Ah.
So I know that okay, my body has tuned. So until that happens, you need to keep doing this, and nobody can tell you a date. Okay, so for Zarna, this is going to be this month. So you
Hmm.
need to be consistent and persistent. That's the only thing. But with our Indian community, let me tell you. So you have been in US for a while, so you know
Yeah.
that dinner time in US is 5 to 6 p.m.
Yes, early. Yeah.
But in India, 5 to 6 p.m. is
Is
milk
chai.
bikis,
Yeah.
chai.
Chai. Yeah.
Chai. And then
Yeah.
dinner times, usually when I grew up, even before all this change happened, it was like 9 p.m.
9, 10. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
9, 10
Absolutely.
p.m. 9, 10 p.m. It's
Yeah.
not biologically possible. So I'm going to ask you what you think it's practically possible to do this in household. I think once we know, okay, so what Dr. Pal saying is makes sense. But how can we execute that practically in every living household? That is the difficulty that I'm facing.
I think that it's possible. I think understanding the seriousness of it, I think is helping me right now. The
Hmm.
understanding what you're saying is that there literally is an epidemic, and you could require a liver transplant because of your food. Because I think, at least in my generation, we always equated liver problems with alcohol.
Yes, yes,
So we
absolutely.
always thought as long as you're not drinking, you're fine.
Yes,
But
yes.
food is having a more damaging effect
And
on
we
the
know
liver.
from the US literature,
Right.
obesity is so pandemic here in US. And then if you go to Stanford, the number one reason for liver transplantation is obesity. And the bad thing about this is they don't know about it.
Right.
They don't know
No,
about
I understand. And I think that, look, there's going to be no easy answer. I think we just have to acknowledge that. I think that's another mistake that I've made for many, many years. And, it's to try to find an easy answer.
it.
And the answer is that there is no easy answer. It's a difficult thing to do.
There's no easy
And
answer.
you're going to have to commit to it.
And the main reason there is no easy answer is because of our social environment. Don't you agree?
Right. I agree.
Look at
I,
Zomato and Swiggy. Do you know those food services? It's very active at night.
night. So active.
Very active at night. And all these software engineers, um, uh, having a biryani delivered to their place at like
Yeah,
1 a.m.
yeah.
They think that that is their they actually call biryani as an emotion.
I see. I need to talk to all your patients and friends. I think the next Zoom needs to have your vodka person, your biryani person, because they're my people more. I'm listening to you, but my heart is with them right now.
If I was an Indian movie director, I say that, similar to how they do smoking and drinking is injurious to health, they should also
Mm.
say eating biryani is injurious to health, or the heroes eating biryani.
I honestly feels like eating is injurious to health because the amount. Yeah, I just think the volume of eating has gone up so dramatically.
Yes.
I know as a mother, I'm always yelling at my kids, eat, eat, eat. And I had a pediatrician here, my pediatrician once. I was like in tears years ago when my kids were little. I was like, my kids, they don't eat, they don't like what I cook. One kid likes it, one kid doesn't like it. I'm dying trying to feed three kids. And he said to me, and I'll never forget, he said, Mrs. Garg, nobody is dying of hunger in America right now. You could just completely relax. They they eat, they don't eat, it's gonna work itself out. Please do not worry about, like, they're your kids. You're a good mother. They're fine. You need to worry about them eating too much. That's the crisis we're facing right now.
Absolutely.
So I think it just is like eating has become the enemy.
The enemy.
And for emotional reasons or whatever reasons we get into it, but it's a fact. And I know you're a gastroenterologist, so are you also hearing a lot of buzz about gut biome?
Oh,
That
big
seems to
time,
be a thing everywhere right
big
now.
time, big time. I think in US, I mean, billions of dollars are being put into that research. In a matter of time, it will get translated to India as well. I'm involved in a fascinating research, Zarna, that we have figured out that, babies born through vaginal delivery have a less risk of autism compared to babies delivered through cesarean section.
Really?
And the reason is that when the baby passes through the birth canal, it gets exposed to that microbiome in that canal so that it swallows the bacteria, goes into the small intestine, and that's where your gut microbiome starts. And
Wow.
there's been multiple research that there is like good bacteria, bad bacteria in your small intestine. So good bacteria always promotes weight loss because it gets connected to the brain. There is a brain gut connection. And then it decreases the appetite, make sure that the signals are okay. When there's bad bacteria, your system is like haphazard. It's just like wired out very badly. So you just don't know when you are hungry and when you are supposed to stop. Uh,
Right.
and also, it is related to the chemicals released in the brain. And I guarantee you that with this method, what we are talking about, and also if you can avoid, there have been research that if you do whole foods, avoiding processed food, vegetarian diet, the good bacteria is more in the small intestine. Will that translate into a better outcome? The research will say.
Got it. But right now, as the diet that you're proposing, or the lifestyle that you're proposing rather, you're not saying don't eat red meat. Like, that's a whole, you're not getting into that debate at all.
No, 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 no.
You're
That is
not saying dairy, no dairy. The micromanagement of the diet.
yes, yes. So when you micromanage, it is not sustainable. It is not
You
sustainable.
see, you're medically seeing that people are not sticking with it.
Personally as well.
Right. Got it.
And then see, I think the key, the light bulb moment is that when you adopt this method, you will start losing weight. Okay, slowly. When you notice that change without doing anything major, that gives you the highlight of what happens when you lose weight, all the beneficial effects. You get good
Hmm.
sleep, good energy, you're more active, then you want more. So it's like, it's like our Bollywood romantic scenes. They just tease you,
Right.
and then they will want you to see more. So it's just teasing you with the weight loss initially, and then will let you get motivated to focus more on diet, then you will come to realize that, okay, no, how do I avoid processed food in this method? How do I avoid meat in this method? How do I
And
avoid diet?
maybe add elements of exercise because you haven't used the E word yet.
E word is like an enemy to me.
Now you're my friend. Now we're friends again. We're back in business. Can I tell you a funny story? A few years ago, I bought a diet book, some how to lose weight, one of the books. I don't even remember which book. And I gave it to this Punjabi friend of mine. And
Uh-huh.
we were both talking about weight loss and we love food and we're like, weight loss. I said, I got this book. It looks so good. And she took it from my hands and she started flipping the pages. And then one of the pages, it went on. It was like, if you start running every day, you will lose weight. So she looked at me and she said, oh, the book was Weight Loss Secrets. So she
Uh,
looked at me, she's like, this is the secret? If I start running? I'm like, the whole point was to find a way to lose the weight without the running. Otherwise, why we bought this book? Stupid book. Because all these books that talk about, like, if you lift weights, you will build muscle. Like, the people are not lifting the weights. That is the problem. We all know good things will happen if you lift the weights, but no one's lifting the weights. I push the weights with my foot on the way to the fridge. You get what I'm
oh my God. So, so,
You
so,
know what
okay.
I'm talking about, right? Like it's the E word is also culturally, I don't think we're programmed. We are not taught to exercise as kids.
Yes,
Am I
absolutely.
right?
No,
Like
absolutely.
my kids growing up here are athletes. They did track in school, they did swimming, like they actually and really did it. Not like paddle around in the water, like really had to do it. But I did not grow up with any of that. There was
Nothing.
none of it.
Nothing. Even me being a doctor in medical school, I did my PhD Coimbatore. Even in Coimbatore, I have not even exercised a single bit
So
because
you lost all your weight without exercising?
yeah, yes, the reason is weight loss is 80% diet, only 20% is workout. So
Right.
once I lose all that weight, then I know that I need to play this calorie game every day. I don't want that. So then I did 20% workout by lifting weight. Now I'm lifting weights in the last 1 year, and it's not going to
Of
happen
course, I
overnight.
knew we were gonna lose you. I knew it. I knew it was too good to be true. I knew it. Now you're lifting weights,
But if you
aren't
want to
you?
play the calorie game, if you want to just eat like sunrise to sunset every day and then maintain a calorie, you don't have to lift weights. That's totally okay as well.
Wow. And you're seeing results with people with no exercise added. I mean,
Hmm.
nothing major. I'm saying you live your life, exercise,
Live your life. Yes,
whatever.
live your life. Live your life. Live
Right.
your life. But if you
Wow.
add all these elements, the outcome is faster and the
Hmm.
sustainability is longer.
And Indian people, I know Indian people love to go for a walk. Love. That's our thing. That's our big exercise. Is the family. You eat this humongous meal and you think you're gonna walk it off. You know what I'm talking, right?
Exactly.
Diwali, whole jalebi, gulab jamun. In your mind, you're like, I'm gonna go for a walk.
Go for a walk. I said, even if you walk to the moon, there will be a Naya over there.
Walk to the moon.
Nothing will happen.
That should be the title of your book. Even if you walk to the moon, no.
Nothing will
That
happen.
cookie is still gonna sit on your ass.
Even if you walk to the moon, your weight will not come down soon. That's good.
Oh, I love that. Oh my god, that's the caption.
That's a
I
caption.
love that.
I did a stand-up video and I said, if you walk to the moon, there will be a Nair over there asking you, do you want chaya?
It's the devil, right? The food really is so seductive. It's like
What is
you
the
just
Nair?
it catches you.
It catches you. And then the main
Yeah,
thing is in India, the weight loss, as soon as doctor tells you, okay, you should lose weight, the next day they go and sign up in gym.
yeah,
If you don't control the diet, no matter, even if you act in Bahubali movie, nothing is going to happen. Nothing
right.
is going to happen. And I'm a living example for that. I train, I paid this personal trainers like so much money, right? And then they allowed me. They allowed me to
They
have my
loved you. Of course, they loved you. They loved you and your money.
and my Because I don't show up. I pay the
Yeah,
money and I don't show up.
absolute. That I have 5 or 6 gym memberships now. I don't I don't even like to look at them because it's traumatic for me to see what all I'm paying for. You know, the pain of the recurring fee. I will just put it on auto pay and just forget it happened. Because when you're panicked in the middle of the night after you've just eaten a whole thing of whatever it is that you've eaten, 2 samosas and the whole thing, you're like, I need to do something, and you buy a gym membership.
Exactly. And then when I signed up for gym membership, they said that, okay, if you use the Sacramento location, it is $25 per month. If you
Oh,
use the San Francisco location as well, it's $40 per month. I said, dude, I will not even come to the Sacramento location. Why should I use the San Francisco one? So that's the biggest mistake that people do.
yeah.
So don't worry about that. Whenever somebody says weight loss, just focus on the diet. That's one thing I want to tell you. The major thing I really want to get the point across is for young kids less than 2 years of age, no Kit Kat, no bourbon biscuit, no little hearts, no added sugar. Absolute no.
No, no. Yeah.
Like we as Indian patients, I have Indian patients where they don't care whatever happens to them. Their heart will be completely blocked,
Yeah.
and they'll be like, "When can I go home?"
Yeah.
But even a small scratch to their kids,
Yeah. Well, I used to think, oh, we're such great parents. I actually don't believe that anymore. I just think it's easier to micromanage the kids. It's a lot harder to manage yourself. It's a lot easier to yell at the kids, don't eat that, don't eat that, don't eat that while you're eating it.
right?
You know what I mean? Like, the truth is that this next generation is actually pretty evolved and attuned. Like,
Right.
my kids don't eat, and my kids don't even believe. I have a kid in college. She doesn't drink. She's a yoga instructor. She's completely like aligned with that life. It's me. She worries about me. She's like, Mom, you like, please don't worry about me and my broccoli. I'm fine. You need to eat the broccoli.
I'm worried about a biryani.
I mean, yeah, I do. Sometimes I tease her. I'll eat a biryani and I'll put one broccoli on top of it. Also the lies we tell ourselves, right? The lies. It's like you're lying to yourself. But I'm not even thinking about the kids because I'm over it. I know I need to live for them to have a good life too.
Right. Absolutely.
Do you
Absolutely.
ever feel like being overweight? Did you ever feel like you said you had a heart attack, a mild
Yes,
heart
I had a
attack?
mild heart. Yes, I
I
did.
feel sometimes I know that I feel like my heart is working harder.
Hmm. I think the other problem that I see in night shift workers, Zana, is that sleep. Sleep is a big problem.
Oh, forget it. I've given up. There's no sleep. That's another one of my enemies. Forget it. It's not happening. You know what I mean?
Let me tell you why.
Why?
Because your circadian rhythm is disturbed.
Yes.
Because you
So
eat
what
at
are
night.
the solutions that we you need to help me come up, because I'm telling you, aside from the Indian community, if you can help me resolve how to, or give me some ideas on how to adjust for a nighttime life, the comedy community will needs it. It's, we hang out in clubs all, we're not only not home and working, we are in clubs. Half our jobs we get paid in drinks,
I know. I
in
know.
free drinks. Do
Hmm.
you know how damaging that, like, it's free, like whatever drink we want, how many ever we want.
Is that right?
And and think of what foods they serve at these clubs. Think about it. So
Nothing.
literally there's no nutrition, there's not a vegetable inside. So if you can help me come up with a few strategies for combating or for adjusting to a night life, forget the Indian community, the entire comedy community will be like, we need to listen to Dr. Pal.
Right. So one thing I can really say, I tell all my night shift workers from India that I have my patients as, the first thing you should do is, I think it's very possible not to eat after 10:30 p.m. That's very, very
Right.
possible.
Yes,
Very
that
possible.
abs- I even think 8 is possible, but 10:30 is a definite possible.
No,
Yeah.
I'm talking about the night shift worker who starts their day at 9 p.m.
At night. Okay.
and finish up at 5 a.m. So not about the comedy club thing.
Mm.
For those, 10:30. for comedy clubs where they go to bed late, like 2 a.m., 1 a.m.,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
them, definitely not more than 9 p.m.
Okay. So
And
say 9 a.m. to 9 p.m.
9 a.m. to 9 p.m. That's it. Thank you. 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or let's say that you can do that. Do good 9:30. It's okay. 10 p.m. That's okay. But try to be a discipline over that 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. 9:30 to 9:30. That 12 hour. Give your insulin at least a 12-hour resting window. That's number
Got it. Got it.
two. Blue light. Anything that blue phone, like your phone, laptop, everything,
Hmm.
especially in clubs, all those LED lights
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it goes through your retina, eyes, goes to the retina, and it creates an artificial environment that that there is day outside. Your
Hmm.
brain is thinking that it is still day outside. So there is no hormone called melatonin. Only when your brain thinks that there is night outside, your melatonin will be stimulated, and you go to bed.
Got it. So that's
So
the other problem. Yeah.
in clubs, you can ask them to shut down the
No,
lights.
no, no. It's not. And this is another crisis because it's not even just us. Like, I'm thinking my husband who has a desk job in finance. It's like
Yes.
we're all low on vitamin D because no one's ever seeing sunlight.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
you must be seeing a lot of this.
The upper limit of the lower limit of normal vitamin D level is 30. I can tell you all the vitamin D level that I've ordered for my Indian patients, the average is 15.
Wow. And
15.
this is
No.
why is this an Indian specific thing? I mean, we are the sun people.
And I have a strong feeling that there is some research that when your carbohydrate content is high,
Yeah.
there is a association between this low vitamin levels as well. There's multiple biochemical pathways, but that's the
Oh,
conception.
wow. Okay, got it.
Overall hypothesis. So blue light filter glasses will help for nighttime.
It does help.
It does help. Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And then not eating after 9 p.m., what happens is at least even though there's light outside, your body, at least eating hormones are dying down.
Hmm.
And then, okay, so your body at least thinks that, okay, something is happening, something it looks like a day outside, but at least his body, he's not eating anymore. So maybe we will start preparing to sleep.
Got it.
When you don't sleep, there's a hormone called cortisol. Cortisol is a fight or flight hormone. So when a lion chases a deer, cortisol secretes in the deer to run away from the lion as much as possible. So that is what is happening when you don't sleep. When you don't sleep, your body thinks that you are in a state of emergency.
Wow.
And
That's my whole life. Yeah.
you are in a state
I
of
am in a state of emergency, but I could probably fix it. Yeah. But so sleep problems too, because this is another epidemic. Like the liver, do you think that the sleep problems can actually be fixed?
Absolutely.
No,
Absolutely.
because I'm being honest. There is an element of hopelessness about this that so
Is that
many
right?
of us feel that
Hmm.
we're never going to be able to fix this, that
Ah.
we've given up.
One thing what I have adopted, Zarna, is that I don't look at my phone 1 hour before I go to sleep.
Okay.
So when I'm on call, I have a pager. So I just have a pager. I have the old-fashioned alarm clock right next to me, and then
Okay.
I keep my phone charged on the next room. And then I wake up only in the morning to see it. So 1 hour before, because the blue light over
The
here,
light.
mm, it is
Oh
very
my
very.
God, you have two sons? Do you have two sons?
Yeah, two small kids.
Oh my
Five
God, so lucky. Doctor and two boys.
daughter.
I got stuck with one girl now. Whatever.
What?
Whatever.
But that's it. Two things:
Got it.
12 hours and then sleep. Fix
Yeah.
this, all the problems will be solved. I
I love
guarantee
it.
you.
So maybe I mean I'm definitely down to trying it as a challenge because you're saying it takes about 6 weeks.
Mm,
Maybe the idea is to start it as a personal challenge.
yes,
6 weeks. See what
yes.
happens. And
And
those
and
hunger pangs are normal. They're not even hunger pangs actually when you're hungry in those 6 weeks.
exactly, it's not hunger pain. It's a thirst discomfort, and your body is trying to trick you. We need to trick the body back.
Got it.
Very bad.
Got it.
So
This is very much like my relationship with my mother-in-law.
you
Very much. Very much. She's like, should I come to America? I'm like, it's so cold. She's like, it's cold in August. I said, this year it is. Every, every year I come up with a new drama.
Oh my God. But anyways, so this program will need accountability. You need somebody to be accountable for.
Okay.
So you can have your husband, you can have your any of your next of kin, but we do for our patients, we have a program we are put
Okay.
together. And then we say, hey, a person from our medical team will reach out to you every day to find
Oh,
out
wow. Really?
to
Okay.
find out when are you eating. We're not asking anything. We just say, hey, tell us your eating window. What was it yesterday? Okay, so
Okay.
you say 10 p.m. yesterday. So why 10 p.m.? We decided on 9 p.m. That's okay. It was 10 p.m. Okay, that's fine. So next day, the team follows up as well. Okay, hey, what's
So
going on?
how practically do you follow up? Is it a text? Is it an email? How do you do it?
What's the message?
WhatsApp message. Oh my God. Harness the power of WhatsApp. I love it. There's so much happening on WhatsApp. Let's do this.
Exactly. Let's do it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I get it.
But I no, I think I mean I'm not saying that this program is absolutely essential. I'm just saying that there should be some other accountability factor. You cannot do it by yourself.
No.
You have to be accountable to somebody.
And
You
do
can be
you need
accountable
any
to me.
medication? Do you think you need any medication? So much weight loss medication out there. There's back-breaking new medicines out there. You're saying if you can adopt this, you don't need medication.
To be honest, Zarna, medication is not the way to go. There is no easy route.
Right.
There is no easy route. It has to be long. It has to be sustainable. It has to be requiring some effort from you.
Mm.
There's a YouTube video, lose your belly fat in 7 days,
Yeah.
and then you unsubscribe from the channel.
Yeah. Lose your belly fat and this channel.
And the channel is 7 days. There is no shortcut. And
Got
then
it.
because of ignorance of including me, because of ignorance the last 10 years being a medical doctor. And the other thing I'm really, really concerned about is especially doctors in India, we are hypocritic. Really hypocritic. We say, I had a professor who was this big, like almost equal to me 5 years ago. And he is a cardiologist and he says the heart attack patient that lose weight.
Nah.
Yeah. So I mean that is not true as well. So that's not good as well. So I think as a society we should understand that, hey, yes, there's a lot of eating options. Things have evolved in such a way that the eating has been an addictive behavior, that we need to step back a little bit, look at a different level to say, hey, how can we implement this 12-hour fasting on a daily basis?
Mm. I love it. And I'm down for doing a 6-week challenge with you if you will help me
Beautiful.
stay
I'll be,
accountable.
I'll be your life coach.
And I will send you funny responses back. When you say, what was your eating window? I'll be like, you want to hear the truth? Or can I give you some options? I'll give you a multiple choice back. Why don't you guess? 4 a.m., 3 a.m. Let's guess.
So no, I think we have put together a program. We call it Newme program. Newme,
Is that what it's called? I love it. So optimistic.
Newme.
Yeah.
But my fatty liver patients got enrolled in the program, and I saw like so much good benefit.
Really? You're seeing good. Okay. How can we do this in a way that we can involve all the people who need it and want to do it? Can we do that?
It's
Can we open it up to anybody who wants to do this?
yes, we can. The problem is that when we open it up, it becomes like this app. This all this like my fitness
Yeah.
pal, your health. So the accountability factor is lost.
Right.
So we are starting in phases. So we are in phase 3 now. So we have like quite initial patients. So that once we are training all these life coaches, then definitely we should open this up. I think this is the way to go. And this is not a money making business or anything like that. It's just for
Oh,
you know.
wait. What? Wait. Oh, auntie's running a business here. What? I thought we were going to work our way into a multi-million-dollar deal somewhere. Are you kidding? But I will take losing weight. Listen, honestly, if I can get healthier, I have made that trade. We opened with you, you're doing so well, and I told you, right? I paid for it with my health. So you tell me, did am I doing well? No. We know. You and I both know. So for me right now, it's a priority. It should
Yes,
be, and it is.
yes,
So
absolutely.
let's do it as a way, as a service to our community, to
Yes,
and to anybody actually, not Indian, not Indian. I know my comedy friends would love to try this out, and
yes.
maybe there's a fun way, and maybe the best service we can do is just documenting our journey,
I
because
think
people learn when they watch others,
I think so. I think so. I
right?
think yeah, yeah. And I know I'm very emotional about this, to be honest. I know I lost a friend, my close friend, who's only like 41-year old.
Oh
He died of heart
no.
attack. And I mean, I get emotional, but he has like two small little kids, and then the wife is alone. And in Indians, there is no concept of like remarriage or anything like that. I,
No.
I I just like feel bad for the whole family, and then I wish he took care of his health a little bit seriously before. That I almost think that if you have two little kids, and if you don't take care of your health till until they turn 18, it is absolutely criminal on your part. So you would,
Well, I mean,
I mean, that's what I, I,
I you're preaching to the I tell people sometimes, somebody will be like, people now talk about it, and I appreciate it. I don't shy away from this discussion at all. I like to talk, because you have to talk about it to solve it, right?
yes,
So
yes.
I'm not one of those who's like gonna pretend there's no problem. But I tell people, I'm like, I'm still trying to lose my pregnancy weight. It's only been 11 years since my last kid.
Since you last,
It's coming. You know what I mean? I
but
have a 20-year-old almost. So I know what you're saying. It's criminal. It's like we gotta get on it.
but
And what the best part of today's conversation is that you're giving me hope that it can be done.
it's easily done. It's easily done. We need, if we have patience, we will not have patience.
We came out with two incredible quotes, the moon quote and this one.
Exactly.
I love it.
Exactly, exactly. I think a little bit of effort, I mean, a little bit of motivation from the client, I mean, from the patient, and accountability factor, this is going to work. No question, I guarantee you.
Okay, I'm down. Let's do
Okay,
this.
super. So maybe, I mean, we didn't plan this way, but maybe I think we can just do a follow-up interview to see.
Yeah, let's do it in let's say in 2 weeks. Let's give it 2 weeks.
Yeah,
What do
yeah,
you
two
say?
weeks. Or, I mean, that may be a little bit sooner. How about 2 months? 2 months would be perfect.
Okay, even better.
2 months would
But
be.
how do I get enrolled into your accountability situation?
Yeah, so there's an email. I mean, I'll text you, and then you just sign. You
Yeah,
email to them, and then they will explain to you how the whole thing works, what is expected of you, and the entire thing. And it's not very difficult. You can pace it at your own level. The key part is that somebody is looking over you to get you feel better.
got it. I love it.
Hmm.
I love it. I'm on board. And let's do this. And I
Okay.
appreciate so much, Dr. Pal. I appreciate your time, everything that you're doing. It's such a service to our community, to the world. It's not even just our community. It applies to everybody.
Thank you.
And I'm so thankful. And I mean, listen, between you and me, like if I lose a lot of weight, like the first thing I'm gonna upgrade is my husband and my mother-in-law situation. I mean, like that's what all famous people in Hollywood do.
Hollywood.
So, there's that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I have a different motivation.
I'm pretty sure that will definitely happen. The weight loss, I said.
Yeah, I love it. Thank you so much. Let's
Perfect.
let's reconnect in 2 months.
Okay.
We'll do the whole thing. And I learned so much today. I really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you, Zana. Thank you. The main reason I'm doing this in terms with public figures is that I really want to spread this method across.
Yes.
Just 12 hours of fasting every day is definitely doable. So people who are watching this, start with 12 hours and then you can slowly reduce it down. Again, check out Zarna in her beautiful comedy channel. She's an upcoming stand-up comedian. I mean, well established, but upcoming in all modes of entertainment that you could ever see. Especially check out her balanced diet video. It's hilarious.
You should. I'll post it with clips of our stuff. I'll be like, I guess my balance diet not as balanced as I thought. You see, you're telling me that little cup of chole is not undoing the big batura.
I was
You
thinking
seen
actually.
the size of the baturas that they sell? Do you as a doctor get nervous when it comes out?
So Zarna, that I was thinking with those two big chole bhaturas, you're actually balancing it. That's what the balanced diet is.
No, I thought if I eat the whole batura, but then I eat the chole, then it's all even.
And I
So much
absolutely love
protein.
you. I love your pizza salad.
Oh, that's a crouton.
That's
What my son also gets into the technical aspects of everything. I actually have a viral video about farting because a friend of mine was like, "What about Indian food? It makes her so gassy." Since you're a gastroenterologist, and I was like, "Well, you have your own house, you're paying rent, so fart all day." And that video, if you haven't seen it, I'll send it to you. It has over 10 million views all over on different platforms. Yeah,
Oh, nice, nice,
because
nice.
everybody was like, "We're farting all day." Of all the things to be known for, this is what I'm known for. But thank you so much. This has been so fun, and let's set it up. I'm gonna have my office set it up with you.
Super. Sounds good, Zarna. All right, perfect. Thank you
Sounds
so
good.
much for your
Thank
time. I'll see
you.
you soon.
Namaste, everybody.
Namaste. Bye bye.
Bye.